Thank you very much, Keeney, for allowing me to be here today. And it's a great venue. There's not many opportunities you have for doing original stuff with an attentive audience. This is a song I wrote with a friend. A school friend used to be a good chess player, and I played lightning chess with him, and he beat me hands down. And this is a song describing the game, but it's also an allusion to the struggle for black civil rights in America and Dr. Martin Luther King. Right from the beginning, white has to be winning. Black on the attack sends his knight into the fight, but white outflanks, breaks through the ranks. When all is done, white has won. The beautiful black king is dead. That was it, a very short song. But a little poem with rhyme and I lost the game with my friend, but Martin Luther King lost his life in his struggle for equal rights. Now, this is my green book, and it's got, I'm going to put that aside, it's got hundreds of songs which I haven't sung. I don't know if the video's stuck, Nance, but my picture seems to be frozen, so let me know if it's working okay at that end. The next song I'm going to sing is called I Can't Forget the Day. And there's a bit of a story to this. A good friend in real life arrived at my door one day and he said, turn on the radio, and I was surprised to hear this song that I'd written years ago, played with a backing band, and my friend was singing. He'd done all the arrangement, and it was on national radio, and I was just blown away that something that I'd written was actually appreciated by a large audience. And at that point it was a turning point for me to realize that I was a songwriter, and this is the song anyway. Can't forget the day that I let you go away. You were once so close to me, the way we were supposed to be. I know I was to blame. No, I can never be the same. I just hang my head in shame when I hear your name. I need you oh so much. I long for your touch. If I could only let you know how much I need you so. But it's too late now. Still I hope somehow I could be with you again. I was such a fool. I tried to play it cool. I set you free and now I feel the pain. I need you oh so much. I long for your touch. If I could only let you know how much I need you so. I was really blind to treat you so unkind. Now that you are gone, I just can't carry on. I've searched near and far, wondering where you are. Will I ever see you again? I was such a fool, tried to play it cool. I set you free and now I feel the pain. You'll always be a part of me, even though you broke the heart of me. I can't forget the day that I let you go away. I was once so close to you, the way we were supposed to be. I know I was to blame. No, I will never be the same. I just hang my head in shame when I hear your name. I need you oh so much. I long for your touch. If I could only let you know how much I need you so. I was really blind to treat you so unkind. Now that you are gone, I just can't carry on. Thank you. No response from Nance. I hope the Namubu is still working. Oh, thanks, Keeney. Thanks for the applause. I can see there's also Professor Showbiz. Welcome to the show. And is that Terry the Troublemaker? Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I'm sorry I can't. I'm looking at the Namubu screen, so I can't see the Facebook so well. But no, not Facebook. Second Life. It's very confusing having multiple platforms going at the same time. But I think it's brilliant technology, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to drive off to a gig or anything. Now, this next song I'm going to sing is this is my greenie song, my song for ecology and sustainability and conservation. You are his children. You live in his garden. The forest you've killed them, never asking his pardon. The wildlife you shoot it, the air you pollute it, the land you deface it, you'll never replace it. Why don't you face it? You're destroying the earth. Money you chase it. Tell me, what is it worth? It's a real sad shame, the way you try to pass the blame. You think it's just a game, but you really don't care that you're polluting the air. Leave your children in despair. You haven't got a clue, you don't know what to do. You are his children, you live in his garden. The forest, you've killed them, never asking his pardon. Wildlife, you shoot it, the air, you pollute it, the land, you deface it, you can never replace it. Why don't you face it? You're destroying the earth. Money, you chase it, but what is it worth? Look what you've done to the weather. You know you can't go on forever. You think you're very clever when you say it can't be black or white. You just keep it out of sight, but you'll never make it right. You are his children, you live in his garden. Forest, you've killed them, never asking his pardon. Wildlife, you shoot it, the air, you pollute it, the land, you deface it, you'll never replace it. There's another verse, but I'm not quite sure how it goes, so I might just stop there. That's my protest song about ecology. I'm going to try and do all originals keenly. Like this is one of the few opportunities in the planet where people actually listen to you do originals. Usually you've got to colour it up with covers so that you keep everyone's interest. One of the difficulties with original material is it's underexposed, so most people are not familiar with it, so it's difficult to listen to. It takes a while to get used to. Yeah, this is a song. I guess it's another young man's protest song about poverty, and I've actually never sung it before in public. It's a bit confronting. I know my friends in Mumbai might take offence at what I say about Bombay or Vietnam veterans having served the country might take offence at it. But it's a song I wrote quite a long time ago. To be honest, it was 40 years ago I wrote it. And it was at a time when we had conscription for the war in Vietnam, a very unpopular war. And we had poverty, starvation. And we still have those problems to a large extent, so it's still relevant. And anyway, I'll try my best to remember how it goes. On a cold sidewalk in a winter in old New York, I met a young guy with a tear in his eye, rejected by his family and friends. He said he needed a fix to escape the cement and bricks. It was the only way he knew to get away. he could never make amends. Pain beyond belief, stricken by the grief, I just sat down and cried. Something inside me had died. It was a rainy, tropical day in the outskirts of Bombay. The people you'd meet, just beggars in the street, wanting salvation from starvation. Praying to be free from all their poverty. The blind and the lame, alone in their shame, lost in their desperation. Pain beyond belief, stricken by the grief, I just sat down and cried. Something inside me had died. In a village in Vietnam, some old friends of Uncle Sam were doing their best to prevent the rest of the country gaining independence. They burned villages with napalm, who'd never done Uncle Sam no harm. They'd forgotten the war 2 centuries before, for America's independence. Pain beyond belief, stricken by the grief, I just sat down and cried. Something inside me had died. The next one's a happier song. Time I was traveling, I was lucky enough to stay with people in Cairo and wander around the Nile Delta, and actually had a villa in Giza, right next to the pyramids. And every day I'd go and climb up Cheops, the big pyramid, and buy some peanuts from the vendors and hard-boiled eggs, and it was a really amazing experience. Anyway, this is the song I wrote about it. I'll just drop it down. I spent a while on the Nile, where the pretty girls wink and smile. There's no denial that the Nile's the finest finest river I've seen. I like to walk in Egyptian lands, through the Nile Delta and the desert sands. And when I'm cold and far away, and lonely at the close of day, I like to warm my naked hands upon an open fire. You walk a while on the Nile till you get to Cairo city. Egyptian girls smile for a while, 'cause they know you think they're pretty. I often dream about the East, joining in some midnight feast, or browsing in an old bazaar, wondering who you really are. Oh, watch the golden sun as she sets, silhouetting the mosques and the minarets, while the men in the river cast their nets to catch their evening meal. Memories like this make me feel my destiny is calling me back to that city on the Nile. I only meant to stay for a day, but my friends wouldn't let me get away. They wouldn't let me pay for my stay in the city on the Nile. To climb that mighty pyramid, ponder what the pharaohs did, listen to the silent sphinx, listen to the way she links the present to the past. But time flies by so fast, and good times never last in that city on the Nile. Spent a while on the Nile, where the pretty girls wink and smile. There's no denial that the Nile is the finest river I have seen. Thank you. I'll just check, see what's happening on the... oh, that's nice. A really small group. That's what I like to see. I always get nervous before a show, and don't get so nervous if I don't think there's too many people watching me. And my video's not working, so I'm not going to publish this. This is just a private little performance. I'm going to stick to all originals because I know there are people in Second Life who appreciate it. And that's what this gig's all about. If you feel like giving any tips, give them to Keeney, because I'm very wealthy. I don't need money. I say that tongue in cheek, but no, really support Keeney, because she's been working for the last 7 hours today, and she does this every week, and organising the musicians, putting the posts out, and she's got a few more hours to go after this. She does an amazing job putting this show together, and it's really, I really appreciate it, and a lot of people do. It's a venue where people can really share their own stuff and not have to cover things which belong to other people. Next song I'm going to sing is called Dance in the Clover. Can't see the curtsy, but I saw the chat, so thank you for that, Kini. Let's do the bossa nova, do it over and over. We can dance in the clover till the night is over. Roll on, you silver moon, spirit of the night. Shine on our love cocoon with your precious light. Your wide-eyed smiling face, watch my love and me. Shine on this peaceful place, give us light to see. Rest your head on my shoulder as the air gets colder. I just wanna hold you as the night gets older. Roll on, you silver moon, spirit of the night. Shine on our love cocoon with your precious light. Your wide-eyed smiling face, watch my love and me. Shine on this peaceful place, give us light to see. I think I heard you yawning, it must be nearly morning. Twilight comes without a warning, we've been dancing all night. Roll on, you silver moon, spirit of the night. Shine on our love cocoon with your precious light. You wide-eyed smiling face, watch my love and me. Shine on this peaceful place, give us light to see. Thank you, folks. Just going to check this. I hope the sound's still coming through. My Namubu computer's frozen up, so not sure if it's still coming through. Applause. Thank you, Precious. There's a line in that about precious light, and I always think of you when I sing that line. Now, this is a song, this is the first song I ever wrote, and I have to give credit to my mother for helping me write some of the verses. And she might be listening, but anyway, she's heard it before. This is called Examination Blues. I woke up late this morning, feeling I'm about to break. I've been up half the night before I could hardly even keep awake, 'cause I was working late last night. Still ain't seen the light. I feel so sick down to my shoes. I got the examination blues. My old man told me if I didn't pass, I better get down and pray. Teacher said I was a lazy ass and I wasn't gonna pass anyway. Well, I was working late last night, still ain't seen the light. I feel so sick down to my shoes, I got the examination blues. Entered the gate with apprehension, my feet seemed to stick to the floor. By the time I arrived, I shook so much I couldn't even open the door. Well, I was working late last night, still ain't seen the light. I feel so sick down to my shoes, I got the examination blues. I finally sat down and saw my paper. One look drove me insane. The one I had learned was for the day before, so I'll have to go home, start again. Well, I was working late last night, still ain't seen the light. I feel so sick down to my shoes, I got the examination blues. Well, I feel so sick down to my shoes, I got the examination blues. That was Examination Blues. Now, this is a song I wrote for a very good old friend who isn't here now, but he's actually sung this song, and I don't know if he realises it, but it's actually about him. We used to travel around a lot when we were young, and we both had guitars, but he had this particular, what do you call it, token. He had a necklace with bells on it, and he used to ring the bells, which was his little thing. And this is the song. It's called Fire in His Heart. I once knew a man from New South Wales who travelled cross country all times of the year, with a guitar on his back, telling tall tales and bells round his neck so that people would hear. He was a king, a king, a king with a fire in his heart. He'd sing his songs all hours of the day, and friends would come round to hear what he'd say. And when everyone left to go off to bed, he'd rest his guitar and he'd lay down his head beneath the moon and the stars. He was a king, a king, a king with a fire in his heart. He never cared for money, but still he got by, for life gave him all that he needed. He'd play the clown, make us all laugh and cry at the funny things he did. He was a king, a king, a king with a fire in his heart. Sometimes he wondered why he tried, never knew how much we loved him. We never saw what went on inside, or what angel watched from above him. He was a king, a king, a king with a fire in his heart. He'd sing his songs all hours of the day. If friends would come round to hear what he'd say. And when everyone left to go off to bed, he'd rest his guitar and he'd lay down his head beneath the moon and the stars. He was a king, a king with a fire in his heart. Excuse me for a second, I'm just going to let the dogs in. They seem to be upset. Sorry for the interruption. This is Kathy. She's going to sit on my knee, and she needs a lot of attention because she's just a little girl. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Regato, I saw your videos. You've done some really nice videos in World. The next song I'm going to sing is called Lonely Winter City. It's a bit of a dark song, but it's got a lighter chorus, an optimistic chorus. Standing in a darkened lane, the blackened walls and sinking pain, watching lonely people wane into a lonely night. The rain is cold and dirty from the smoky air you're breathing, and a part of you is leaving as it washes through your life. There's a light inside of you that you have never seen. If you could only shine that light for all the world to see. There's a place inside your heart that you have never seen. If you could only your soul would be set free. Waiting for some friends to show you round the city lights, you know. You found a way to run away from shadows in the night. There's a light inside of you that you have never seen. If you could only shine that light for all the world to see. There's a place inside your heart that you have never been. If you could only find that place, your soul would be set free. But when you leave for home and you find out that you're alone, lost among the shadows and caught within the dark, reaching out your hand you fall into a sleepy land with all your dreams and all your fears to await another day. There's a light inside of you that you have never seen. If you could only shine that light for all the world to see. There's a place inside your heart that you have never been. If you could only find that place, your soul would be set free. Lonely Winter City. Okay, we've got about 15 minutes left, so maybe 3 or 4 songs, and we're getting applause, so must be still some sound coming through. After me, it's Obley. On at 8 o'clock, so stick around to hear him, and thanks for coming along and hearing the end of my set. This is another love song I wrote called If It Is Love. If it is love when I want you near, to share with you my deepest fear, or to wipe away my saddest tear, then I'm in love with you. If it is love to stand for an hour waiting for you in a summer shower, or to compare you with the sweetest flower, then I'm in love with you. No matter how much I think about it, you know I just can't live without it. It's your sweet love I'm thinking of. If it is love each time we meet, for my old heart to miss a beat, or to feel that trembling down in my feet, then I'm in love with you. No matter how much I think about it, you know I just can't live without it. It's your sweet love I'm thinking of. It must be love, for each time you sigh, my heart just flutters like a butterfly. My voice just stutters each time I try to say that I'm in love with you. No matter how much I think about it, you know I just can't live without it. It's your sweet love I'm thinking of. just looking at what else I've got here. This is a song I haven't done for a while. It's about a gypsy in Spain. I did travel through there at one stage and met up with some people in Barcelona, and I remember eating oranges and listening to music, and the Pyrenees, that's where it was, up in the hills between Spain and France. She's such a beautiful senorita, everybody calls her Margarita. I don't know of anyone sweeter than my gypsy love. You fall in love with her as soon as you meet her. Give her a big hug when you greet her. I don't know of anyone sweeter than my gypsy love. Met her on my way to France. She can really sing and dance, spreading her music all around. Wandering the north of Spain, living on bread and champagne, sweetest gypsy I've ever found. Such a beautiful senorita, everybody calls her Margarita. I don't know of anyone sweeter than my gypsy love. You fall in love with her as soon as you meet her. Give her a big hug when you greet her. I don't know of anyone sweeter than my gypsy love. Wonderful the way she flows, like petals on a rose. Makes you want to fall in love with everything. Drifting up in the clouds, dancing for all the crowds. You're bound to love her when you hear her sing. Such a beautiful senorita, everybody calls her Margarita. I don't know of anyone sweeter than my gypsy love. Fall in love with her as soon as you meet her. Give her a big hug when you greet her. I don't know of anyone sweeter than my gypsy love. That was Margarita. 10 minutes. You've got time for probably two songs. This is a song I wrote about a boy who goes off searching his fortune and leaving his sweetheart behind. Called Jimmy Boy. From the Badlands of Nebraska to the gold fields of Alaska, where the Rockies reach right up and touch the sky, there's a young man on a pony on a journey long and lonely, and he's gonna make it rich, or at least he'll try. Jimmy boy, there's gold there, but Jimmy, it's so cold there. It's hard work just staying alive. Jimmy, won't you just stay at home. There's no need for you to roam, where only the lucky survive. He left his girl behind him, or down that road, long and winding, to find some riches for their wedding day. It grieved him so to leave her, but he could not believe her when she said, you might never pass this way again. Jimmy boy, there's gold there, but Jimmy, it's so cold there. It's hard work just staying alive. Jimmy won't just stay at home. There's no need for you to roam, where only the lucky survive. In the autumn he pegged his claim, had a fortune to his name, but in the winter the chills, they got him bad. Though he knew that he was dying, how he wished that he was lying with the only love that he had ever had. Jimmy boy, there's gold there, but Jimmy, it's so cold there. It's hard work just staying alive. Jimmy won't just stay at home. There's no need for you to roam, where only the lucky survive. Okay, one more song. It's called The Only One. I used to call it All of You, but Brighto did a lovely arrangement of it, and he just persuaded me to change the title to The Only One. Both those are in the verses. You're the only one, and all of you. But I think The Only One sounds good, because all of you is it's a phrase of devotion for the one true love. For all your tender charms and your youth flew away, if they withered in my arms, you know that I would stay. You're the only one that I'm dreaming of. You're the only one that I love. It's not just the way that you talk, or the way that you walk, but it's all of you. Yes, it's all of you that I love. It's not just your pretty face or your warm embrace, but it's all of you. Yes, it's all of you that I love. Between us there's a bond that time cannot sever, a love that is bound to last forever. You're the only one that I'm dreaming of. You're the only one that I love. It's not just the way that you walk, or the way that you talk, but it's all of you. Yes, it's all of you that I love. It's not just your pretty face or your warm embrace, but it's all of you. Yes, it's all of you that I love. Thank you very much, folks. That's it for me.